Welcome back to the Tilted Times, your #1 news source for everything going on around the Fortnite Battle Royale island. Today, we've got a decent bit of news, and the headline of today is the leaked Slap Splash item. Now, for those who do not know, Chug Splashes have been a thing in the game for a very long time, but they've been completely removed this season. Now, for those who don't know, Chug Splashes are just items that you throw at the ground. They'll heal you and your teammates 20 HP or shields, whatever you currently need, and then it'll just heal people in an area. I believe it can heal up to 6 people. In the past, we've seen variations on these Chug Splashes. We've seen the spicy Chug Splashes, which of course give you the spicy effect and allow you to run much faster for a short period of time. Now, of course, that's been replaced with sprinting since Chapter 3, so instead of that now, we get the Slap Splashes. And what these will allow you to do is get the slap effect, and for those who don't know what that is, it will allow you to sprint infinitely. So that basically just means these are the same as the chili splashes, except now they're just updated to modern standards. So they will allow you to sprint just as fast as you would with the chili Chug Splashes, except now you're going to be doing it for much longer distances because you're going to have basically an infinite sprint bar, since these things stack up to 6 things per slot. Now, this is where we get into the real juicy information. There are 2 different types of this item. The first one is the rare version. This is what's going to be dropping in coolers, hotspot drones, POI banner claims, and also display cases. That's right, there's going to be literal display cases around the map that allow you to drop these. What's interesting is they do not drop out of chests, so that's honestly something to note here. Now, they max stack out at 6 per slot, just like the standard Chug Splashes. The slap duration is 30 seconds per splash. This means if you're carrying 6 of them in your inventory, which would make sense, they drop in sets of 2, by the way, but this means that if you're carrying 6, you can have up to basically 3 minutes of infinite sprinting. So this is a very strong item. That is an entire zone rotation plus a little bit extra. So honestly, a really nice thing to be able to carry in your inventory for those quick getaway moments. Now, the healing given, it's only 15 HP/shield. So this is nerfed down from the standard 20 that the standard Chug Splashes give you, but at the end of the day, it's not that bad because there is an exotic version of this item. Now, exact same stats go for this for max stack, and it drops in stacks of 2. Its max stacks is 6 per slot, but the difference here is in where it's found and what it does for you. The exotic version is only found in llamas, display cases. Again, these display cases will either drop you a rare version or an exotic version, and potentially NPCs may sell them. We'll get more information on that when it actually releases, and I'll get to when it's releasing in just a second. Now, the very interesting thing about the exotic version is that instead of a 30-second slap duration, this is a full minute slap duration. This is 60 seconds of the slap effect, meaning that with 1 stack of these, 6 of the exotic Slap Splashes, you are going to be getting 6 minutes of slap effect. That is 6 minutes of infinite sprinting, which is absolutely insane. Now, the healing given, instead of 15 health and shield, is now 30 on the exotic item. This means that you can get up to 180 health and shield for your entire team if you have 1 stack of this item. So they are a very strong thing, especially in the late game, because they're going to allow you to pop heals effectively instantly without having to drink anything or use a med kit. You're going to get health back very quickly, and you're going to be able to sprint more. Now, when are these Slap Splashes actually getting released? This item is eligible to be enabled through a hotfix, which for those who don't know what that means, basically there doesn't need to be a downtime update for these things to get released, which means we're going to be getting it in the next 2 weeks. Now, for those who don't know, Epic Games is actually currently on vacation. The majority of the development team is not in the offices right now. They have the next 2 weeks off as a company, just giving the workers some time to relax. But this means that even though there's going to be no downtime updates, we're still going to get an update. Now, my guess is that these are not going to release with the release of the summer event. My guess is that instead of these releasing on July 4th, they'll release halfway through the summer event. So that would be the next Tuesday, which would then be July 11th. Again, that is just a guess though. This is now an official news source that I'm running here, so that is a complete guess. I do just want to mention that there is a shot that they do get released on July 4th, but if they do get released then I will update you guys with a future edition of the Tilted Times. So that is literally everything that we have about the Slap Splashes. That is all the information you need about them, everything to know. Now let's move on to our next topic, and this is SypherPK's leaked video. Now this sounds really weird and very scandalous, but it's actually not. It's just a video that I figured out he was filming overwhelming. SypherPK is currently doing a 38 myths buster challenge, and I was actually able to participate in helping him out with disproving one of the myths. Basically, he was testing to see if the wild wasp jar augment. For those who do not know, basically what that does is every time you get a kill, you get 2 wild wasp jars in your inventory. What he was testing out is if you kill 60 people at once, will it give you 120 wild wasp jars?
This perk gives you an item every time you get a kill. So what happens if I kill the entire lobby? Will I get 100 items?
And unfortunately, no, the myth was busted, but you'll see all 38 myths in a video of his coming out very soon, or in the near future at least. So I'll leave a link to Sypher's channel in the top right corner of the screen if you don't already know who he is. I don't know how you're watching this video if you don't know who he is. Anyways, moving on to our last and final topic. This is skins for the day. And the news update on skins is that we have not gotten any new of the summer skins. Instead, we have gotten a new creator locker bundle, and this is Augustin51's, I think I butchered his name pronunciation. His handpicked locker bundle is now in the item store. These are the items in the locker bundle. He's a creator who I'd never heard of, but that's because he speaks in Spanish, so you know, it's a different language, but he honestly seems like a really cool creator, and he now has his own handpicked locker bundle in game. So if you want to pick that up, you can either use his creator code, or you can consider using mine. Support a creator code Gummyoshi, #ad. Shameless plug here. I have to get it in there at some point just because it does actually help me a lot, and it does help me fund videos like these and keeping the Tilted Times up to date with the best information possible, covering everything that is new on the Fortnite island. So overall, a bit of a slow news day here. Even though the video is quite long, that was mostly just me explaining what the new slap splashes are, but we'll definitely have better news days in the future that have more than just leaked items. For now though, that's everything that you guys need to know that went on July 2nd in the Fortnite world. This video will be released on July 3rd, but that's just because the Tilted Times covers what happened the day before. So you'll always stay up to date on what is happening in the Fortnite world because you'll always have a news source ready to go, recapping you on what you may have missed out on. But overall, that is our second edition of the Tilted Times. If you guys did enjoy this video or find it helpful, then please consider leaving a like on it and subscribing to the channel, as that would help me out a ton. Also, if you're still watching, then that means you're a real one. Also, let me know what you think about that introduction I had at the beginning, those little intro credit scenes at like the first 13 seconds of the video of like the newspaper panning in. Let me know what you think about that because I'm testing stuff out to see if I'd like it or if I don't. But basically, for now, like I said, that's everything that you guys need to know. I hope you guys all have an amazing day, and I will see you on the next edition of the Tilted Times.